Good evening, and welcome to another not so happy evening, but okay, right. Straight to it. This today, the news on the television is all doom and gloom. The new figures that I actually forecast. I said, I forgot my own. Right, the doom and gloom on television. The forecast that the gas and everyone ofgen said is actually higher than everyone anticipated. That I thought it was 77%. It's 80+%. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's absolutely looking horrific. To be quite honest. Now, the British Gas have actually turned around. They said that they'll offer 10% of their profits. How generous to actually offset a little bit the cost. Now, the problem is that ofgen, who set all these targets, have put it so high. It's going to be about 5,000. It might even go up to £6,000 for an average house. So, please explain to me the ofgen. So they sat at the table and they went, "Oh yeah, we'll put it at £6,000. Yeah, people can afford that." That means that they must be on a lot of money, because I can't afford it. That's half of my actual money coming in for the entire year. Yeah, so I can't afford it. So now I know already that 100,000 people have said that they're going to stop their standing orders, or whatever they are, direct debit payments. After today's news, wow, I would put that tenfold now, that probably there will be between 1 and 6 million people may cancel their direct debits because of this. Because it's they can take whatever they like if you've got direct debit. I think they'll take them. Everyone will go, "No, I'll tell you what you can take. Food first." So you could have up to 6 million, 8 million, 10 million. It could be everyone might do it. Will cancel direct debits, purely because of cost. I need food to survive, so that's just be all and end all of it. Right, that's that one. What do I think is going to happen? I think that crime will go through the roof. I'm just doing. I'm not going to use big words like that. I'm just going to say it how I think, and the general gist of what a working man looks at it. Pretty much, I think crime will go through the roof. Shoplifting will become absolutely rampant. So with people trying to feed the kids, and who can blame them? I'm sorry, but as I say, I don't like the even thing. But if your children's starving, the barristers are out actually on strike at the moment, but it'd be interesting to see if they can actually fetch charges of crimes against humanity against these people, because what you're doing is you're actually threatening to starve 10 million people minimum. Okay, so that is only been done twice actually. Once in South Africa in the war of the 1898 to 1901, somewhere in that period. It was the Boer War. And then the other one was the Germans did it in World War Two. So, and then also you had looking at the Great Potato Famine in Ireland, where everyone left. So I think that also may happen as well. I think people with the money might actually jump on a boat and scoot off to the Caribbean and places like that and live quite happily and leave us to deal with it. 10-1, Boris and his cronies will do that. If they do that, I'll tell you what, we'll be sending the police to arrest them and bring them back for conspiracy. Right. So from that side, it's not very good at all. As I say, BP have offered 10% to actually try to offset some of it. Now, the two front runners for Prime Minister, they should not be even doing these hustings now. They should both be in the same room talking about how to do this. Forget about the big job. I want to be Prime Minister. I want to be Prime Minister. Forget that. Both of you, get all your cronies, sit in a room and try to sort this mess out. Because I tell you what, If you don't sort the mess out, you won't have a country worth running. If this happens, who's going to buy goods in the shop? Nobody, because you won't have money. You won't have money for settees, for your cars, for your petrol. Petrol's not even come down much. It's only come down in total about 10 pence. So they need to get that down, because we know that prices, so we know where you're having us for that one, right? So we need to. Who's going to work in the shops if people aren't buying? There'll be nothing. And then you're on about actually licensing push bikes. Licensing push bikes and scooters. Well, tell you what, people won't be able to afford a tin of beans, literally. So finding insurance money for that is out of the question. So you've got a lot on your plates. You need to do something, and do something now. You're only talking about a small, very tiny small population that have to vote you into whatever. That's irrelevant. I'm sorry for those Tory people who are going to vote, but you are irrelevant in this situation. The irrelevant is this is a national emergency. So we had food coming in from America during World War II. We don't at this point, because everyone's going to be affected by this. The drought, I'm going to stop that. The drought. Interesting question for you now. In France, in the Alps and places like that, all the ice floes are actually melting very quickly. Now, what no one's told me, and I know that it works like this, is the mountain's ice melts, runs down the mountain, forms a river. River goes through. Everyone drinks river water or uses river. At the moment, hot down the river, the rivers are evaporating, and the ice melt is actually increasing. Now, some of these massive great glaciers have gone, or on the last legs now, and they're going to go very quickly. Now, when they go, when the last bit of that water runs down, it's not going to come back, because when that last bit of water comes down, that will be the end of that river as well. So you're talking massive drought then. You're talking all the rivers that are fed from the mountains are going to run dry. Yeah, so that's another interesting thing. No one's told us about that. What's going to happen with that? So, again, what's going to happen? We're catastrophe. Let's get together. We've got, as a species, we are brilliant at coming up with ideas for things. Let's start thinking. Let's start getting our scientists together to come and cure all these things. Not come up with silly ideas, genuine ideas. How to power homes cheaply for nothing. Yeah, we aren't using much solar. They're all about using nuclear and everything like that. If you had a solar panel on every house in the country, you're getting there. You've got tidal, you've got wind. Yeah, we are getting there. We need to increase those. Yeah, and we need to think about it quick. Right. All the weird weather we're having, I've already summed that up in one of my other ones. Is that to do with the change in the polarities from north to south in the Earth? We don't know. I'd like to know a question from the scientists on that one. Whether any scientists watching, can you answer it? Put it in the comments, or give us a link or something like that. Same with this water. Same once those rivers run dry, that's it. No more water's coming down those mountains. Excuse me. I try to ask some hard questions sometimes. I do have all the fun videos and everything like that, but this one today has been put time and everything. This one literally is asking the questions and saying it as it is. People are going to look and say, if I go to jail, they get 3 meals a day, PlayStation, they get to walk around in the yard. There's going to be people at home, they're going to be worse off. So they're going to send the fellas out, get yourself nicked, get in jail, 3 meals a day. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So they need to organise themselves, and they need to get this thing sorted. Never mind about who wants to be Prime Minister. Prime Ministers are made to run a nation. The nation won't run unless you actually just get your heads together now. Just get on with it. Go with Labour, every other party, all of you get together, sort this problem out before it becomes too big and you won't be able to sort it out. Everyone's out on strike. We've never seen anything like this. So these are going to expand. I think that what you're going to find now is that the strikes are going to start going on the same day, and then it'll put pressure on you. Remember, there are millions of workers out there So you're only 800 people that are supposed to be running the country, MPs, and you're not doing a good job of it. And we're all seeing it. You saw the lady shouting at the minister the other day on television. Everyone's getting fed up of it. You need to concentrate, think clearly. Don't use big words. Do big actions. It's a lot better. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, subscribe, and if you want to laugh, I'll always try to bring a smile and everything to you. So subscribe. I might get 10 back weekend. So, and take care and have a lovely evening. Ta-ta.